In a world inundated with choices, each decision we make shapes the course of our life. From the mundane to the monumental, every choice carries weight, every decision is a consequence. But what drives our decision-making process? Is it logic, emotion, or a complex interplay of both? Join us on a journey into the heart and mind of decision-making as we unravel the mysteries behind the choice we make and the ripple effect they create.
So I believe that we all make decisions every day. From being a vegetarian to choosing the religion you consider to be a Buddhist or to be a Christian, as well as you decide to get married or to remain single, all sort of thing. So have you ever wondered what is decision making? So decision making refers to the process of making choices by identifying the decision, gathering information, as well as considering the alternative resolution. Some people don't know that they make good or bad decision until the outcome arrives. And occasionally, they become disappointed and regretful after making a wrong decision. And because of that, we have a decision theory to avoid family mistake as well as produce better decision making.
Taiming has just finished high school and is currently working on what major and institution he should be pursuing. The first thing that we need to think of if we want to make a good decision is to be clear about why the decision is necessary. For Taiming, this is one of the biggest decisions of his life, and the result of this decision will have tremendous impact on his future. Thus, he has to be very careful in making his choice. The next thing we need to do is to make sure we consider the alternative possible courses of action. Most of us make bad decisions because we fail to think of some reasonable alternatives. The solution to this is to simply pause and ask ourselves what alternatives are. In this case, before making choices, Taiming might also consider about exploring options, researching programs, seeking advice, considering minor or double majors, as well as internship opportunities.
Oh, Taiming. Oh, what's up, bro? What are you doing, bro? Looking for the set. Oh, thinking about university. I don't know which one should I choose. Oh, yeah. I thought the university is very interesting. Still, wait. Here, the university, I heard that it has a good environment, good study program, good teacher, and have it while they accepted. And more importantly, it has a lot of future upgrade. Really? Yes. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, you can see.
After considering the possible alternative, we need to take a look at the possible consequence of those various alternatives. And after that, we need to consider how likely or unlikely and how valuable or undesirable the possible consequences are. If we had checked out the possible consequences in advance, it could save us a lot from disappointment, frustration, and perhaps even failure. As for Taiming, after considering the possible alternative out of his decision, he needs to take account into the possible consequences out of those alternatives. Overall, while the alternatives that Taiming had considered offer potential benefits, he must carefully weigh the consequence and consider which path aligns best with his priorities and aspirations. Next, we have to weigh on which alternative is the best light of the consequence. Once we have considered a reasonable range of options and worked out their consequences, then we can make a decision about what ought to be done, which is reasonably considered. In short, looking at options and working out their likely consequence and value of this enable us to arrive at a well-reasoned decision. After carefully weighed up the alternative and consequence, at this point, Tai Ming must have arrived at his last decision after taking everything into account, in which university he should attend and what major he should take. The last point of model for decision making is to take proper account of moral or ethical commitments. We can take account of moral and ethical commitments in arriving at a decision by including them in the list of consequences and giving a measure of how undesirable it is for us to violate them. In this case, Tai Ming already decided to go to University A, and in order to get in, he had to take the entrance examination. While processing the exam, he see other candidates shamefully cheat and violate the exam rules. At this point, he has two choices. One is to join them. Two is to commit to his own moral and ethical values. As you can see, Tai Ming decides to not involve in any act of cheating and does not violate his academic integrity at all. If you were in Tai Ming's situation, what would you do? Join them? Or follow your moral and ethical values like Tai Ming? In the fast-paced world of technology, one of the most common dilemmas we face is deciding whether to upgrade to a new phone. Today, we delve into the real-life case of Lee Hong, a young individual who is navigating the complex landscape of smartphone decision-making. Now, let's meet with Lee Hong. He has been using his current phone for the past 3 years, and while it still functions adequately, he's feeling the itch for something newer, faster, and more advanced. Lee Hong's first step in his decision-making process is to research. He explored the internet for reviews, watching unboxing videos, and compared specifications, trying to find the perfect balance between feature and price. Next, Lee Hong takes a hands-on approach. He visits the phone store by himself.
Hello, miss.
Yes.
Are they for sale?
Yes.
Can I test it?
Yes, you can.
He holds different models in his hand, testing their weight, feel, and user interface. He wants to ensure that the phone he chooses not only looks good on paper, but feels right in his hand.
Excuse me, miss. How about this one?
1,000.
He meticulously lists the pros and cons of each phone he's considering, taking into account factors like camera quality, battery life, software update, and customer support, as well as the price. As Lee Hong delves deeper into his decision-making process, he explores alternative options such as refurbished or second-hand phone.
I decided to choose this one.
Okay, give me 500 then. Hey you got the wrong phone.
Oh, sorry.
And so, Lee Hong's journey in the realm of smartphone decision-making comes to a satisfying conclusion. In a world filled with endless options, careful research, thoughtful consideration lead us to the perfect phone for our needs. Whether option for a brand new device or exploring alternative avenues, the key is to make a decision that aligns with one's preference, budget, and lifestyle. To conclude, if we ask the right question, we have a better chance of making good decisions than most of us do, without the aid of such strategies. Lastly, following good decision-making procedure that we have shown throughout the whole video will help us avoid family mistakes and generally produce better decisions.